I know some sheiks and some sultans and some.
The Muslim world is backward, and
there's some dudes with some major cheese.
Yeah, but overall, the Muslim world is not a very affluent place to be. The Muslims aren't overall as successful as Christians.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah.
Maybe in some of those Muslim countries, if the guys at the top who had the money would, there's enough wealth there, for all of them, but they kept it all to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's got something to do with it. They're the guys with the oil, right?
Yeah.
It's those guys that have the oil. They're doing something right. They got the oil. The Jews don't have the oil.
They're not doing anything right because they have oil. All that shows is they have good luck.
It's because there is no luck. God gave them the oil, right? You got that? God gave them the oil. God did not give us the oil.
Yeah, but He gave us black shixes. Did you see The Sopranos?
I did see. I saw every episode.
There was that old Jewish guy who had a thing for black women. He always had a black girlfriend. He lent money to Tony Soprano, and Soprano would call him.
Hesh? You talking about his buddy
Hesh?
Hesh?
Yeah.
Hesh is like his best friend.
Yeah.
It was also his he had his own. The guy from Bruce Springsteen band.
Yeah.
He was his consigliere. But if there was a tough question, he forget the Italian guy.
Yeah.
He always got on the phone call Hesh.
Yeah, and Hesh always had a black girlfriend.
He did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part. Okay, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 9. You will eat bread without poverty. I can't think of anything in Torah that says poverty is good. Material success is a worthy pursuit so long as it's done in accord with God's commandment. Poverty sucks, hunger sucks, suffering sucks. Nothing wrong with creating a good life so long as you do it according to God's commandments.
Can I respond?
Mm-hmm.
I've told you this before, and it's kind of offensive to read or to hear you say I can't think of anything in the Torah that says poverty is good. It's as if to say, you ignored me when I told you before. And I've told you this at least twice. Torah has no problem.
Where does the Torah say poverty is good?
1 second. It says that you're giving there's always got to be
There's always going to be poor people
and poor people.
But that doesn't mean being poor is good.
No, it is good because you're giving the rich people an opportunity to do a mitzvah. There's a mitzvah in the Torah to give tzedakah. There's a mitzvah to give ma'aseh. There's a mitzvah to give payah. There's a mitzvah to give whatever. You have to feed and take care of. You have to give a portion of your earnings to the poor. That means there must be a poor person, otherwise you cannot fulfill the mitzvah of giving tzedakah. There must always be somebody who's poor in the Jews. When a Jew accepts tzedakah, it's not a shameful thing. It's an honor because you're giving an opportunity for a Jew to do a mitzvah. It's like when you're a guest at somebody's home. When you come over to somebody's house and they're what's called achnasas orchim, they accept guests, right? You're not imposing on somebody. You're not, I should be ashamed because I need I need a favor from somebody. That is not a Jewish attitude. That's a midas stone. The people of Sodom were like, shali, shali, shalach, shalach. What's mine's mine, what's yours, yours. Let's not, I don't want to borrow from you, don't borrow from me. Let's not give each other money. You can't stay in my house. They would stone you if they found out you accepted guests. This was the law in Sodom. People are not allowed to have guests. Judaism is not like that. Judaism says we borrow from each other and we lend to each other. We without interest. You're not allowed to accept interest from a Jew, but you must not withhold a loan from him. So that means we're supposed to lean on each other for help. We're supposed to help each other out. We're supposed to do these things. It's an honor for this. These ideas that permeate some people that, it's bad to be poor. I don't want to
I didn't say that. Nothing you said contradicts what I said.
It's an honor. You're giving people the opportunity to do a mitzvah.
And it doesn't contradict a word I said. It's an additional
You said poverty sucks.
Poverty does suck.
No, that's not the thing that you said. You said, I can't think of anything in Torah that says poverty is good.
Yeah, nothing you
good
said
because
says
you give
poverty
our
good.
mitzvah's good.
Mitzvahs are good, but...
Our mitzvah's good. Answer the question.
Mitzvahs are good.
Mitzvahs are good. If I give you a mitzvah, is that good?
If
I give you a mitzvah, yes or no, answer the question.
Not always.
If I give you a mitzvah, it's not good.
Not always. It's a mitzvah to redeem a captive. But if you can avoid someone being made captive in the first place, that's great. We don't go, oh, we don't have anyone being made captive now. That sucks. We can't perform the mitzvah of redeeming a captive. We don't think that way. It'd be better not to have to redeem a captive. It would be better not to have to give any tzedakah to gifts to poor people.
But I disagree with that, because if you couldn't give tzedakah to poor people, you can't fulfill the mitzvah of tzedakah.
You can't fulfill the mitzvah of redeeming captives if you don't have captives.
Wait a minute. If I'm captured and I'm taken as a captive, is that a good thing?
No, it sucks.
Why does it suck? I'm giving you an opportunity to redeem me.
Yeah, it would be much better if you were never taken captive in the first place.
I'm giving you an opportunity to do a mitzvah. You want a mitzvah?
I can do another mitzvah. It's not like, oh, if I don't do that mitzvah, then I'm just like lost. I can study Torah instead of wasting my time, like, trying to rescue you when you should have been smart, not wandered down Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Way to go! 2 hours and 14 minutes without trashing.
I tell you, don't go wandering down Martin Luther King Boulevard. I'm not going to come bail out your white hunky ass once again from the brothers.
Way to go! You didn't think you were going to go the whole show without taking on black people, but 2 hours and 14 minutes into the show, our first anti-black comment.
Not anti-black, it's just not a place for the Jews. Okay. Jews don't belong on Martin Luther King Boulevard. Not at night, anyway, not without a lot of protection. And I don't mean condoms.
Oh, yeah, okay, go ahead. Let's finish this up. It's really late.
It's never late in Torah world. Okay, the Outscroll Stone Chumash, the commentary says, the land will have a thriving economy that will provide its population with the means to purchase whatever commodities they need. So if you follow the commandments, the land will have a thriving economy. You'll be able to get the stuff you need. You'll be able to get cable TV, high-speed internet, iPads, iPhones.
Okay.
When blessings are promised for observance of God's commandments, does not mean that every individual who observes the commandments will be blessed. It means that ceteris paribus, all things being equal, you will be blessed. If you lived in a vacuum, you would be blessed. And the Jewish people in general will be blessed if they follow God's commandments. But if a righteous man slips and falls in front of an onrushing car, he is as likely to get crushed by this car as a wicked man in the same circumstance.
Right. It's not like, I do a certain amount of mitzvahs, I'm going to have it really good. And if you do a certain amount of averes, you're going to have it really bad. Good things happen to bad people, bad things happen to good people. If it wasn't like that, then everybody would just go, then it'd be like no free choice, because there would be no free will left, because you'd be like, oh, well, everybody who does the Torah has a great life, they'll get money, right? But that's not the way it works. God could just have as much fun, making all the people that keep Torah be all poor, and all the people that, you know what I'm saying?
So Deuteronomy chapter 8:11, it says if you love God, you show up by observing His commandments. So how do you know if someone believes in God? How do you know if someone loves God? You know by how they behave. Do they observe God's commandments?
Where do you get that from? First of all, you're wrong on that. You're completely wrong. What did you say? You said, how can you know if... You said Deuteronomy 8:11, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you show me that in Deuteronomy 8:11?
Give me an English translation of the Torah.
Oh, I don't have English here. I don't have English here. What I do have is, this. Can you,
So go ahead and translate it. It's down during the show.
Okay. I don't have it. I apologize. I don't have an English one. I only have the Hebrew one. Was it 8:11?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to read you 8:11. Don't even start going further until we read this together. 8:11. Yeah.
Yeah. Read it.
Devarim 8. You admit that's an 8 and 11.
Yeah.
Hishamar lecha pen tishkach es Hashem Elokecha. You should guard yourself lest you forget God your God. Levilti shemor mitzvosav, and that you have to guard His mitzvahs, umishpatav, and His commandments.
So what does it mean to guard?
Chukosav asher, and His chukos, His other kinds of commandments. Asher anochi mitzavchachayim. That I command you.
That's my point. Could you repeat it again in English?
I just did.
Could you say it again there?
Okay. You should guard yourself lest you forget God
Yeah.
your